9 p.m. Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, Brian.
Good evening to our viewers, and welcome to this Media Link News Bulletin. My name is Brian Kavuguza alongside
Esther Kabwe, and here are the headlines. Commissioning of graduates.
UCU's 23rd graduation.
BBC visits UCU. Business School Entrepreneur Exhibition.
The university successfully commissioned the 23rd graduates in Nkoyo Hall last week on Thursday. More on this story, our reporter Santina Kansimi.
A commissioning service in Koyoyo was held last week in preparation for the 23rd graduation. It was attended by university officials led by the Vice-Chancellor, the clergy, parents, and graduates. Graduates were prayed for and received blessings for the journey after school.
The way how I feel happy, like now, as a grandee, the way how I feel. The mother, she graduated from here. She's there behind. And now their daughter, she has also she's going to graduate. The way how I feel, really happy.
The most outstanding students, Mogaga Lubawa Leslie and Cynthia Birungi, were also awarded during the ceremony. The Vice-Chancellor advised the graduates to always trust in God as they go out into the world. Reporting for Media Link News, Santina Kansini.
Graduation is the climax of every student's journey at the university. The joy and excitement that comes with this day cannot be measured. Our reporter Charles Epiat has more on this story.
UCU's 23rd graduation was a huge spectacle that saw hundreds of people flocking into the university to attend. The event featured a lot of high-profile people, and hence security was paramount.
We have all the units required on the ground. The ground was swept by CT Tactical and the bomb squad. We have fire brigade on standby. We have a section of officers, soldiers backing up at the parking yards. At the gates, all access points are being manned by CT and general details.
The Chancellor of UCU, Archbishop Stephen Kazimba Mogalo, graced the event and shared some words of wisdom with the graduates.
To our graduates, I would like to remind you of our values of diligence, integrity, servanthood, and stewardship. You have a duty to uphold the flag of Uganda Christian University.
The guest of honor, Right Reverend Dr. Sheldon Mwesigwa, encouraged the graduates to always endeavor to be truthful and right ambassadors of Christ in whatever they shall be doing.
Appreciate that to be Christ's disciples, you will need to be ambassadors of truth in its entirety, and not messengers of lies and deception. Throughout my working life, I have noticed that lying comes so naturally to most people.
It was noted that the percentage of female graduates was considerably higher than that of the males.
Well, it does speak to the fact that there needs to be more work done around education for boy children, particularly at the higher levels of education. But that statistic for a long time has been men more than women in higher institutions of learning. So maybe we appreciate the gains that the women are making, but as we make the demand for more men to be included in higher education.
John Chitahimbwa, the DVC, ushered in the celebrations as the Chancellor officially endorsed the graduates into graduates through the different school deans. There was widespread of joy among the graduates and their parents who had been awaiting for this day for a very long time.
Well, I will go into teaching full-time. I look forward to going into teaching because that is my passion, but also putting into practice what I have studied in class.
It is today that we've had the graduation ceremony of Uganda Christian University, and it's at this point that the students have officially been graduated by the authority given unto them by the Vice Chancellor and the Chancellor. And now, after this session is when the students are ready to go into the field. Charles Samuel Epiat reporting for Media Link News.
Thank you, Charles. You know, second to the wedding day, I think graduation is the most exciting yet nervous day in someone's life.
Oh, Esther, I agree with you. Graduation is actually everyone's dream out there for every student, just like we shall be in years to come. The School of Journalism and Communication hosted journalists from the BBC, most notably Alan Kasuja, who shared their experience in the field of journalism. Mercy Omoro has more on this story.
Students of the UCU School of Journalism got the once-in-a-lifetime chance to meet veteran journalist from the BBC, Alan Kasuja, the host of the Africa Daily podcast on BBC, who was at the center of the students' attention, and many of them couldn't hold back their excitement.
Well, personally, I'm so excited because all my life I've been wanting to be like with people who have like some kind of touch in BBC. And today I've met Alan Kasuja, as you can see, and I'm so happy because I got the chance to ask him one of the questions that has been so into me, and I couldn't tell the people around me because they couldn't give me that kind of answer, but I've got the chance to ask him, and I am so excited that I've got to see him today. Yeah.
He gave students different tips on how to be successful in the journalism industry.
Make sure that nobody says you're a difficult person to work with. Yeah. Deliver the work you're supposed to deliver on time and in good quality, and don't ever allow anybody to question your work ethic, and make sure that people can say, oh, I'd love to work with that guy.
The excitement was not only among the students but the BBC journalists themselves, who were also excited to get a chance to interact with the students.
We really wanted to talk to people on the ground. It's what we're always trying to do when it comes to our new storytelling, new way of storytelling. So Africa Daily podcast, it brings you the stories, but it also wants to hear the stories from you. So what we did is we tried to arrange to meet as many of you as possible here, so we could hear different elements from different people who are actually part of the story. And that's why we came here. And we were just so happy to meet all of you. And I can tell you the best part of an event like this for us is usually when we hear your questions and we get to answer them and hopefully give you what you're asking for.
Geoffrey Senoga, a senior lecturer at the UCU School of Journalism, was in charge of setting up the entire meeting.
They've arrived, and by the way things look and by what I saw, I think it was very successful. We're waiting to hear ourselves on the BBC. Right.
Monica Chibita, the Dean of the School of Journalism, also made a brief appearance. Mercy Omoro reporting for the Media Link News.
Students of the UCU Business School got the opportunity to showcase their entrepreneurial abilities at an exhibition that was held at the ICMI building last week. More on this story, our reporter Precious Aloy.
Students that offer entrepreneurship as a course unit in the School of Business were tasked to pitch innovative ideas that they presented at an exhibition in the ICMI building. Students worked on the ideas from the beginning of the semester, and now they have come up with finished products.
So our aim for studying entrepreneurship in the practical way is to reduce the level of graduate unemployment. So us training our students on how to start businesses is one of the ways to reduce the challenge or find a solution to the challenge of graduate unemployment out there. We expect that as soon as our students finish school, they have a business idea they can start and run the business by themselves. We also expect that we have been able to help them develop a mindset of being independent, believing in themselves, believing in their ideas, and knowing that out there, life is not easy, but they have been able to pick a skill which is a solution for them out there. So our biggest aim is just to reduce the levels of graduate employment out there, and we believe that through these exhibitions, through doing entrepreneurship in a practical way, we are actually finding a solution to that challenge.
The event was successful because it promoted students' creativity. Precious Aloyo, reporting for Media Link News.
And that has been all for today and the very last for this semester. Now moving on to the next big thing, exams. Are you ready, Brian?
Esther, I'm 100% ready. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Wow.
And as we close,
there's no passion to be found playing small
and settling for less
than a life that you're capable of living.
We're wishing you all the best in your coming exams. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at UCU Focus TV.
Good night.
Yes.